What's happening, everybody? Matt here, but you can call me Matub, and welcome to Hottest Take of the Week, a show where I look at dumb stuff on the internet and we talk about it. This week, Andy Benoit. Man, one of my favorite people to talk about seems to be coming up just about every other week nowadays. Andy Benoit went on a Twitter rant this week where he made a lot of predictions about the Packers, said a lot of things. Most of them were really, really dumb. For example, he said the Packers will remain a spread formation offense because that's what best fit Rodgers' sandlot playmaking. Really? You're Joe Philbin. You Andy Benoit are actually Joe Philbin, and you know exactly what the Packers are going to do. You know that they're going to abandon West Coast offense and stay spread. You know what? Let's just bring the air raid into the NFL. He also said the Packers' updated playbook must heavily feature Randall Cobb's versatility. Easy way to give your scheme texture. Any Packer fan who has watched Randall Cobb run for -2 yards about 100 times knows exactly how stupid that sentence is. And finally, his hottest take was, Aaron Rodgers' reputation is a reminder of how winning a Super Bowl early in your career sets a positive narrative for life. Wow. Okay, so he's actually saying that Rodgers is a product of #QB wins. I can't. And actually, a lot of Lions fans were agreeing with his take. You know, it's not necessarily that Aaron Rodgers has the highest career passer rating of anyone to ever play the game, or his 2011 season is arguably the best season any quarterback has ever had, or the fact that he's won MVP 3 times. No. He won... Oh, I'm sorry. A lot of people are saying he was carried to a Super Bowl by a top 5 defense. So, obviously, he's going to have a good narrative forever. Whew, that's bad. Moving on to what I have always called our hindsight take of the week. We get to have another edition of Look at This Idiot, where I said, and if you think that someone is going to be the best backup quarterback behind someone who already knows the system and someone who had starter reps last year for a different team, I gotta say that's a little smoky. And honestly, I feel I was justified in my take. A 4th-string quarterback who's an undrafted rookie has to prove himself. And honestly, Boyle has been slinging it. We see the arm talent. We see some reads. The kid can chuck it. But until he supplants someone as QB3 or QB2, I need to see him play against higher-level competition. I always say level of competition matters. I don't care if you can moss a cornerback when that cornerback is Dimitri Goodson. Sorry. Do it against Patrick Peterson. Rest in peace, Janice. But I will say that I was not giving Boyle enough credit. Acme Packing Company's own comment section has labeled him as Golden Boyle, and I quite like that. I think Golden Boyle is really going to make a run for the roster this year, possibly QB3, but I still think that it would be crazy to say he's QB2. And you know what? Maybe a month from now, I'm going to get to do another edition of Hindsight Take of the Week and say, hey, look at this idiot, where Boyle's number 2 on the depth chart. I don't know, whatever. And last but not least, we need to talk about not necessarily a hot take, but a collection of takes. All the takes about an individual known as Jake Kumerow. Jake Kumerow is a 26-year-old player who is entering the athletic peak that the average NFL player sees. This is the best he is ever going to be. And right now, the best that he's ever going to be is probably like a wide receiver 4 or 5. The person that he is fighting for a roster spot is not one of the drafted rookies. It is Geronimo Allison. It is Kumerow versus Allison. Kumerow is big. He's not terribly fast, but he's not slow. And he's white. And those are all the things that add up to becoming an instant folk hero. And Acme Packing Company's own Paul Noonan has labeled him as the Great Whitewater Hope. He went to school in Wisconsin. He could be the next whatever. No, he won't. Holy crap. Kumerow has a couple really big splash plays late in preseason games. And Aaron Rodgers said some nice things about him. Joe Philbin said some nice things about him. I talked about him. And I think is going to be a pretty good wide receiver 4. I don't think he's going to ever be anything more than that. And just like I had to do last year where I said Malachi Dupree is not the next Randy Moss, Jake Kumerow is not the next Jordy Nelson. What the heck? All right, guys. real football happened, and I got to talk about it. I'm actually kind of psyched about that. Kumero's touchdown was pretty cool, and Josh Jackson still looked good, and Jair Alexander was playing, and Tramon Williams still got it with the pick six. It's just more real football is going to happen. I'm excited. As the season gets closer and closer, I'm hyped. We got to see Aaron Rodgers throw a touchdown pass. How freaking cool was that? Oh, man, I'm getting excited. All right. That'll do it for me this week. As always, I'm Matt, but you can call me Matub, and go Pack Go.